Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Billy and Joe Top 11 show.
Yes.
Seems like we bring you a bonus pick every week, but it really is the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. As you can see to my left is Joe Carney from Indie's Local Flavors podcast. Google it, iTunes it. It's on iTunes. He does a great job. Check it out. It looks like, oh, man, I don't think we got our check from Adidas today, man.
I didn't either. Which famous basketball player graduated from here, Mr. Hoops Guy?
Well, I think you probably would unplug and get up and just take your microphone off like Bobby Knight during a Chuck Marlowe interview.
Yeah.
If I didn't say Marcus Camby? No, I'm just joking you, bro.
You're funny.
I'm just joking you, man.
That was UConn, right?
Dr. Julius Irving.
I actually saw a guy with a white Massachusetts Julius Irving jersey, and I was like, holy cow, where'd you get that?
The doctor. Speaking of the doctor, what do you have any news for us? Normally we start the show. By the way, please go to YouTube, type in the Keeping the Nostalgia Alive show. You'll see the Billy and Joe Top 10 show on there. You can also go to our Facebook page, Billy and Joe Top 10 show. You can also please go to my shameless plug. Go to keepingthenostalgialive.podbean.com and you can listen to a bunch of audio, over 215 audio interviews, most related to the game of basketball from the state of Indiana, or 6 degrees of separation with basketball from the state of Indiana. One thing I do want to let everybody know, on the 24th of February, I'm going to have Mark Knight on the show. Mark Knight was one of the founding members of Bang Tango, and he's in a group called Mark Knight and the Unsung Heroes. And he has a new album dropping tomorrow, Day of the Dreamer, if I'm not mistaken. Shameless plug there. But Mark Knight's a great guy, great guitarist. If you ever heard someone like you from Bang Tango, they probably would have been a more popular band had grunge not set in at about that same time that Bang Tango came out, or a little bit earlier than that, maybe, just a couple more years earlier than that. But one of my favorite bands, and I got to interview him about Bang Tango. And then, of course, he's got a new album dropping tomorrow. So that's February 24th on keepingthenostalgialive.podbean.com or the Keeping the Nostalgia Live show on YouTube. Sorry about keeping you waiting, Joe.
That's okay.
Open it up, bro.
Well, I want to talk about Snowpocalypse 21 and your hockey game down there in Houston.
Yes, man. They're calling it, what did I see on the bottom line? And they're doing rolling blackouts because there's so much energy is being used, because it's going to be in single digits tonight here in Houston, Texas, where I come from. And you guys are probably just in the 20s today, and maybe you get lower tonight with snow, right?
We were like 16. Yeah.
Okay. But no, what do they call it? They called it something, historic. They always like to slap historic in front of it, but no, we got about 1.5 inches of snow here at my abode. But the people down here aren't used to it.
Yeah, right.
And they still think they can go out and drive in it, drive normal like they do. And you're from Indiana, so
Well, I mean, and then you have no snow removal or salt, so you guys are kind of behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, and they're not very. They do have trucks here, and they put out something else. I don't know what they put out on the roads, but and the people today are like, well, the sun came out, and it got up to 20. No, seriously, they're going to go out tonight or go out tomorrow, thinking that it's all over, and then
nope,
not today. Not today. But it is. But this has been happening across the United States, I saw too. So
yeah. So we have. It's supposed to. I didn't get a bunch of snow here in Indy, but north of Indy, in my hometown, got like 5 inches so far. So we're getting. They said 7 to 10 possible by the end of tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I saw that map. Someone, Sean Martin. Basketball coach Sean Martin texted me. So I saw that map of the layers of what the inches were going to be like.
Yeah.
But, no, don't worry out there for people who think Houston. We'll rebuild.
I was going to say ground control to Major Tom.
Houston, we have a problem. Man, those Indiana Hoosiers, man, you just don't know which team's going to show up. They got blown out on Sunday.
Who'd they lose to?
The Buckeyes.
Oh, well, Ohio State always brings a good game.
Where did that crap come from, by the way? The Ohio State University.
Because of Ohio University.
The Ohio State University.
So, yeah, Ohio University and the MAC. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I get Bobcats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good school. Good school.
So what else is going on, bro? Did you see J.J. Watt was released from the Houston Texans?
He requested it. Yes. And, I think the Raiders are on his radar. So I don't know. Possibly. I mean, you said it last week. You said it last week, who knows where these guys are going to land. They're saying Zach Ertz from the Eagles may land at the Colts or the Seahawks. So, all these rumors are floating around. So who knows?
The Houston Texans should get out a torch. Light the organization on fire. Let the people who are out of power stand around it and warm their hands and then rebuild.
Burning down the house. Da, 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 pa.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I am saying. And I really dislike the NFL offseason. You're probably a little excited about it because, you have this thought that your Raiders are going to rebuild a Super Bowl champion.
No. They didn't make the playoffs. They got to make the playoffs first. And then we'll talk turkey later.
What do you think about Gruden and what he's done so far? And what do you think he'll do future-wise? Or do you think this is his last year coming up if things don't change and turn around and go deep in the playoffs? Or am I totally off base?
Okay, here's the deal. Mark Davis begged John Gruden to come back and gave him the 10-year deal. He's not going anywhere. The guy I'm not a big fan of is Mike Mayock, the general manager. So basically what the Raiders need is Khalil Mack Jr. That's who they need. They need a dominant linebacker, defensive end to shore up their defense because they coughed up 30 points a game on the defense. So that's what Gruden is going to work towards. The main thing, I think, what is going to happen, the rumor was floating around that David Carr was going to be on the trade block, and I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is Marcus Mariota, who played when Derek Carr was hurt, is going to be big-time trade bait for somebody, and the rumor is the Washington football team. So who knows? Mm-hmm.
And speaking of burning down the place and restarting, that's what they did when they had David Carr, which you had a little bit of slip of your tongue there. You said David Carr.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I think 78 sacks. He was sacked 78 times in 1 year, but he has 2 Super Bowl rings, but off a coaching staff in the Giants. But and he's still taking a check to the bank probably. Real quick before we get started, but I got this Hickory shirt on.
Great shirt.
And it's number 3.
Okay. What
Hickory, Indiana Pacer player do you think this is of?
Are you insulting me with that question?
All right. Okay. It's like the Dr. J question. Although I did think the Marcus Camby comeback was pretty good.
Let's see. Allen Iverson. Kidding. George Hill. Da, da, da.
Oh, and by the way, let me get a dig in at Kentucky. If you do look up University of Massachusetts in Final Fours, you may see one, but it was vacated.
Correct.
Yeah. So, Joe.
Yes.
We've been doing sports. We've been doing quarterbacks, Super Bowls, Big Ten players.
We've done movies.
We've
done restaurants.
We have done a variety of shows. Right. I think today will be a fun one because we have the top 10, the Billy and Joe top 10 show, but we're going to do top 11 because it's the Joe bonus.
Can I do the NCAA Big Ten basketball preview really quick?
Oh, go right ahead, please.
There's only 3 games, and 2 of them are on at the same time, so you can flip back and forth. Nebraska and Maryland at 7 on the Big Ten Network. The big game of the night, depends who you're a fan of. Michigan State at Purdue at 7 on ESPN, and then at 9 you can watch the other big game. Northwestern at Illinois at 9 on the Big Ten Network.
I find myself rooting for Purdue.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
More and more, I find myself rooting for Purdue.
Right, me too.
I try to be equal opportunity when it comes to the game of basketball, and to no one to think that I'm a homer for one particular team. Of course, they see the what you call it in the background, and they know I'm a Bob Knight homer. But I and of course Gene Katie's right below that. But
you know the story why he got his name, right?
Who?
Bobby Knight, his
the
nickname.
General?
Yeah.
Roll it out, bro.
Okay, so the way I understand it, when Mike Krzyzewski played with them at Army, they were having a tough game, and all the Army brass was there at the game, and Bobby Knight got upset with the Army generals for not cheering loud enough. That's how he got the nickname.
Very interesting. The General from Mickey V.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There is a lot of good stories there while Coach Knight was at West Point, because Bill Parcells was also at West Point at the same time.
Right. Yes.
And actually, Bill Parcells knocked someone out that was really giving Coach Knight a hard time, and they got out of wherever they were playing as fast as they could. So that's a good story if you guys want to read up on that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so bro, you ready to get into it?
Can we start with the worst ones first?
Yes, we can. And when he says the worst ones first, I know you're waited on bated breath. What are we talking about today? We're talking about. Go ahead.
The worst cereals. Blech.
And the best cereals of all time. We just threw you guys for a loop. And I'm not meaning Fruit Loops.
That's coming later. Number 11 of the top 10 worst cereals, for my personal opinion, is Puffed Air Rice Krispies.
Also, you could title that Nothing.
Precisely. You spent $4 for nothing.
My number 11. But did you have to eat your number 11?
Oh yeah, but Mom would do the bonus feature. She would turn these into cool Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
So that was the bonus effect of that.
Okay. Mine is Cheerios.
That's your number 11?
That's my number 11. Now let me explain it, though, because something I can only eat now, that I eat now for my type 2 diabetes.
Me too.
And something that if Mom didn't want us bouncing off the walls, made us eat when we were kids. So it's not really that bad, but I don't want to eat it anymore.
I can't eat it anymore.
Yeah.
I refuse. I'll find something else.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do worst cereals first, right?
Correct.
Okay.
My number 10. I never liked this cereal at all. It was Kix.
Oh man, it was a fake version of Trix.
Correct.
And it sure damn was a trick.
Tricks are for kids.
Oh yeah, silly rabbit. Oh man. So my number 10, Frosted Lucky Charms. They're not magically delicious.
Lucky Charms is your 10?
Yeah. Worst? Yep. Gross. Disgusting. It's Cheerios with a couple marshmallows tossed in.
Oh, I got 9 more ones that are worse than those.
All right.
That are better than those.
Okay.
I wasn't, my worst, let me kind of throw in some background on this. My worst factor is if I had to add sugar to it, it wasn't that hot. So my number 9 was cardboardish cornflakes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A diabetic's dream to eat now, but
correct.
I never added sugar to cereal, and I'm surprised I never did that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And also too, I guess when you're sucking down that extra milk at the end, you get that real kick of sugar that comes out of the rest of the bottom of the bowl or the cup or whatever you put it in.
The sugar ring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My number 9, because I'm on number 9, right?
Yes.
I love collecting the boxes. Larry Bird's on one of my favorite boxes. Wheaties.
I have that, but that's higher. Yeah.
And Wheaties is just a slight imposter of Post Toasties and cornflakes. If you know.
Yeah. And whoever marketed that was great, but I would never consider that a breakfast of champions.
No, I mean it. And I loved how they showed all these cereals with a glass of orange juice, a banana. You had to have all those things for a complete breakfast.
Right. Complete nutritional breakfast. Correct. My number 8, I could not have the cereal, too much sugar content, but when I had it, I was like, I was missing nothing. Alphabets.
Oh, another ripped off version of Frosted or Frosted Lucky Charms.
Right.
Just, you had, oh, geez. I'm interested. I'm very interested in your choices because, there's some I know I forgot. But let me give you a little jingle here, and you tell me if you can come up with what my number 8 is.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
That's actually, I heard it through the grapevine by CCR, but nice try, Alex. Raisin Bran.
And Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah, that was a big old time rip up, but Raisin Bran.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember
2 scoops of raisins.
What were the dancing raisins called in the commercial?
I can't remember.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank on it too.
I thought they were dancing. It was a great marketing ploy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, was that Raisin Bran your number
8? Raisin Bran. You need to put 2 scoops of sugar in there and take the raisins out.
Yeah, because they had a bunch of sugar in those raisins.
That's true. Natural, but sugar.
I eat this now because I'm diabetic type 2 like you, but they put fruit in it now, which makes it 10 times better. But back when I was a kid, Special K was lame-o.
Oh, yeah. And finally, we got something on the charts that we're in common with. That comes in higher on my list.
Yeah.
But very lame-o and very 75 and up.
Oh, my top 4 are 75 and up, laughable.
I'm pretty sure we got number 1 together, but we'll find that out when we get to number 1.
Yeah.
Number 7 is Honey Bunches of Oats.
I like that cereal. So, but yeah, which I don't even think it's out there anymore.
It is. Oh, I saw it the other day here in Houston.
Okay. Yeah. I was getting that confused with something else. My number 6 was, you touched on it earlier. It's got every sports star you can think of, Wheaties. And I think it started with Babe Ruth, maybe.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting question. I'll have to look that up. Look that up. Larry Bird was on it a couple times. So I was of course, being from Indiana, who's not a Larry Bird fan. And if you're not, blasphemy. So number 6, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Gross.
Are you serious? That's one of your worst? I strongly disagree, Senator Billy.
That is okay with me, Leader of the House, Speaker of the House.
Joe O'Neill.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a gavel for next show.
That's funny. My number 5, for many reasons. I didn't like it as a kid. I got burnt out on it as an adult. And I think you touched on earlier, is it's good for you. I get it, but man alive, I can't do it anymore. It's Cheerios, regular Cheerios. I'm like, Honey Nut Cheerios is good, really good. The sugar content is really doable, but regular Cheerios is totally flat.
Yeah, and Cheerios has tried to reinvent themselves over and over and over and over too, because there's chocolate, there's whole wheat, You
Yep.
know, there's
Blueberry.
yeah, they have reinvented themselves. I'll tell you that. And then, you know, with the bee, of course, and lowering cholesterol and stuff like that, they have reinvented themselves.
Right.
Number 5,
Numero cinco.
frosted mini wheats.
Are you serious?
Gross.
Dude, my top 4. Okay. That's a good cereal, man.
Gross.
I eat that like all the time.
If you could only shave off the frosted and
yeah, that's the whole bit.
yeah.
That's the whole bit. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Now I was a Google assist on both of these. I didn't need that as much for the best cereals, but for the worst cereals I did. And I'm glad I did them because my top 4 are dreadful. Number 4 is Mueslix. It even sounds bad.
Isn't that the stuff that makes you go poop? I think all the top 4 here probably are you help your digestive system or your bowel movement.
Yes. Oh yeah, makes it real easy.
You know, they try to use the word bowel movement. Have you had a bowel movement? You know, that almost sounds, you might as well just say poop.
I'm surprised they don't have prune cereal.
Ooh. And I don't think there's ever been a different answer besides no when someone's asked me, you want a prune? You want some prunes? You mean your bushes out front, or what do you want?
And then they still sell prune juice.
Luckily, thank the Lord, I'm blessed and I haven't had any of those issues that I have to do that kind of stuff with. So
amen.
Yeah. Now you're probably going to get mad at me for number 7 or number 3. Did you
do 4? Did you do 4 yet?
I did my 4, and that was frosted mini wheats.
Okay.
No. Shredded wheat.
Yeah, the original is flat, really flat cardboardish, not
shredded
cool.
Cardboard.
Bad texture, you name it.
Crap.
On a stick.
In a bowl.
Yeah.
And the only thing you'd be excited about was getting to the milk.
I used a bunch of sugar on that when I was
Now,
a kid.
speaking of milk, when you were a kid, did you use fat-free skim? Did you skim 2% whole milk?
They didn't have skim or fat-free when I was a kid, so it was usually 2%. I think most of the time it was whole milk or 2%.
What do you drink as a diabetic?
Almond milk.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't eat much dairy except for yogurt now. So, which is sugar-free yogurt. My number 3 was, keep the party rolling with Fiber One.
Oh man, I'm going to have a blast going down the cereal aisle next time. Fiber One. Yeah. Bowel movement cereal.
Yeah.
You're going to be mad at my number 3.
Could be.
You've been mad at me for a couple of my picks. Frosted Flakes.
Why?
It's Wheaties, Post Toasties, or Corn Flakes with a touch of sugar.
Did you eat sugar cereals as a kid?
I did, man. Wait till you hear the top 10.
See, dude, I didn't have any of that. All I had was life. I was begging for Frosted Flakes. Begging for Frosted Flakes, dude. All I had was life, and it was a joyous occasion when Cinnamon Life came along, bro.
Oh man. So, let Mikey try it. Now, the only good thing about Frosted Flakes was a couple of years they had 3D baseball cards inside the pack.
Right, I remember those. Sure.
Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose, Dave Kingman, Greg Lazinski. So that's the only reason were you going to eat the whole damn box? Because that's why you got it. Was got for that baseball card you went digging in.
Of course.
And nowadays they put it outside of the wrapped cereal. Back in those days, you had to almost eat the whole damn box or cram your hand in it to get the prize out. You remember that?
Well, when you're a kid, you'd be up to your elbow in the box.
Oh yeah, just like Cracker Jacks. I don't even know if Cracker Jacks are still around or if there's a prize in every box like they say, or you do the same thing. I was never a fan of Cracker Jacks, but I like to get the fake tattoo or the.
You can get that at the grocery stores now.
What, Cracker Jacks?
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 2 is, another crappy pick, all brand.
Poop cereal. Poop. There it is. Poop. There it is. Chocolate. It's just, we call old people weens. That's a ween cereal. They should just have a cereal called Ween. It's just a combination of all of our top 10 worst.
Okay.
With a little added frosted flakes for some sugar for the old people.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So my number 2, you've already mentioned it. Special K.
Yeah.
Special Suck.
It's really it's pretty good now. They've got strawberries with it now. They have bananas with it now. Blueberries. It's really it's come a long way now. But back when they first came out with it, was good. It was not good at all.
Yeah. Well, I think, and let me know if I'm stepping on your toes. I think we can probably say our worst cereal all time together.
The Gravel Special.
Yes.
Yes.
What they could use today in Houston, Texas, throw it on the ground and it will melt ice or give you traction.
Yes, of course. They buy it by the dozen.
Exactly. 3, 2, 1.
Grape-Nuts. Yuck. Break your teeth. Who needs fillings when you have Grape-Nuts?
Man, the look on my mom's face when I said I'm not eating anything that has nuts in it. Of course, she didn't get it, but later on in life when I told her, yeah, she was mad at me.
Did she kick the television like Benny Hill?
Yeah, great memory, man. I'll send her this link. That's funny. That's funny stuff. The Grape-Nuts, man. And she'd pour you a bowl of cereal that just layered the bottom. And I'm like, wow, I want a bowl like I have a regular bowl of cereal. No, trust me. She was right.
Yeah.
Took you a half hour to eat.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good as sand to walk in the snow in right now. That would work.
Yeah, and as good as they wanted to portray it, it came in a box half the size of all the other cereals.
Correct.
And you're like, oh, this must be some special stuff.
However,
it's Billy and Joe's top 10 shows #1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Post cat litter, Grape-Nuts.
Man, I didn't even think about that, man. Toss it behind your tire if you're stuck. Guaranteed to stay in your bird feeder if you like to see it full.
Yeah.
Squirrels may stand out and look at you like you're crazy because you tossed the Grape-Nuts out on the porch or on the patio.
I don't think the birds would eat it.
Gosh. And all the old people that ate it had false teeth or no teeth.
Right.
I bet you it still sells like crazy.
I'm sure it does.
Wow.
Oh my. That's outstanding.
Yes, it is. We got through our top 11. So now we're going to head over to our top 11 best cereals. But I have noticed something here for a second. Give me a second. I'm going to turn another light on.
Okay, sure.
Sorry about that.
I can see clearly now. Billy's light is on.
Yeah. And aren't you glad I had some pants on?
Yes, sir.
Because I got, most people ain't wearing no pants. They're wearing pajamas. Everybody in the house today has got pajamas on.
Right.
Plus, it doesn't make my my hairline look as bad.
Okay, you've got a great hair, for 53.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
It's eventually going to leave us, though.
Well, yeah. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. A little more forehead every year.
All right, man. Let's go with the best. You start it, bro.
The top 11 best cereals. Now, I don't get why General Mills does this, but it's only seasonal. Count Chocula comes in at number 11. which that was totally banned from the Kearney complex. And I do have a funny story. My mother, when we were kids, were big on vitamins and minerals, and I get it. So we took a bunch of pills. Well, we took our share of pills in the morning. And my brother Ben, we would take these huge Burgess tablets, huge. And my brother Ben, every day when Mom left the room, would run to the back of the house, to the master bedroom, to my parents' bathroom, and throw them at the top of their closet every day. So when my dad moved, there was 100 disintegrated Bruges pills in the back of the bathroom that were that big. So there you have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you see, I went above and beyond the Billy and Joe Top 10 show, and, Joe doing the bonus. I've got a double bonus.
Oh, great. Go for it.
I was fouled in the act of shooting, so I get 2 shots and the ball back.
Oh, it was an intentional foul.
It's an intentional foul.
I see.
So, Honey Smacks.
I never had a good cereal.
Honey Smacks and Sugar Corn Pops.
Love Corn Pops.
Now, Honey Smacks may have come out in different names and rice, sweetened rice, and the Pops, the Sugar Pops, and the Honey Smacks were the first 2 I went with the multi-pack. Do you remember the multi-pack?
Of course, they were fantastic.
Your parents bought the multi-pack?
No, my grandmother did.
Okay, and you thought that was pretty cool. And Post Toasties and cornflakes were left in the multi-pack.
Now I do have to add another one to the worst. If you were in a poor household and bought the generic cornflakes in the white box with the black letters, that was straight beyond cardboard. It was straight garbage. So there you have it.
You mind if I tell you a story?
Of course.
Okay, so my dad worked at Western Electric, and he made telephones. And Western Electric did sound for the movie industry for years, but they made anybody who had a telephone, a landline. I just lost a couple people by saying that. But anybody who had a landline, my dad made those phones that you were on or you had. So the Snoopy phone, the Mickey Mouse phone, the Princess Trimline phone, the ball phone. So he worked at Western Electric that was on Shadeland. And he got laid off. And I never thought I was poor or anything like that as a kid, but I always envied rich people, but I never thought I was poor. Okay.
Right. Sure.
So we went to the store one time, and I'd get pinched, yanked, jerked, hair pulled when I'd go past the cereal aisle on normal trips to the grocery store.
Right.
No, stay away from it. No, get over here.
Right. Yep.
Boy.
Right.
So one time we went to the store, and Dad's like, "Hey, just go down the cereal aisle, pick anything you want." Oh, this is a trick. So I picked one of my favorites that are on the list. He said, "Go ahead and pick another." What? So I put the other one in the cart. We got up to the checkout line, and he pulled out this wad of what I thought was money. And he said, "See how we're paying today, boy?" And I looked at it, and he looked at all the faces on it. He said, "We're paying with funny money." And it was food stamps.
Right, sure.
In bill form.
Right,
so, but, I got to eat a couple of cereals that are on this list, because we went through some hard times, but, I never thought we went through hard times as a kid. But we ate well when we were on with the benefit of the government, along with big blocks of cheese and big things of peanut butter. I don't know if you remember those.
Of course. That's kind of funny you say that. My dad was also a phone guy. He worked for Indiana Bell and Ameritech.
Oh.
He was a telephone line repairman.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yes, it is. My dad made the item. Your dad provided the source for the item.
And he put in all the fiber optic lines in Anderson. Well, not all of them, but
yeah,
he was part of it.
There's probably a lot left that they've either changed or added some wires to that are still being used today.
Right.
Okay, so I got my bonus ones out of the way.
Yep.
And I'm going to let you go with your. What did you say? Did you say your number 11?
Count Chocula. I'm ready for number 10.
Okay. Shoot.
It was on your worst list. It's on one of my best lists. It's Tony the Tiger. They're great. Frosted Flakes. Yeah.
Who does that now? Shaq does a commercial with Tony the Tiger, right?
I think so.
That's blasphemy too, by the way. Inside every box of Frosted Flakes is brought to you by Shaq, a VHS of Kazam.
That's on Disney Plus, brother. That's what scares me.
Ooh. All right. So my number 10 is Crunchberry.
Oh yeah, all the Captain Crunch line is fantastic.
It is, and I separated some of mine out, and man, I still have scars on my mouth from Crunchberry, not leaving the cereal in the milk long enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good stuff though. Not good for you at all though.
Legal crack. My number 9, I didn't eat much at all. I get your argument. It's mostly marshmallows, but I still have a thing for green horseshoes and blue diamonds, Lucky Charms.
They're after me, Lucky Charms. Just wasn't a fan, man, but those marshmallows must have had something in it for you.
I never had them. I had them like once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some of that cereal too is I don't know about you. Do you still delve down the action figure aisle at the store?
I'm a Star Wars guy. Of course I do.
It's like that cereal is just bring something back to you. Like last night I was watching a little bit before I went to sleep of the original Star Wars.
Right.
I'm like, I want a Grand Moff Tarkin.
Grand Moff Tarkin figure, yes.
I want one of those. I want to put it on. I want to put it back there with Oscar Robertson and Larry Bird.
Great actor, Peter Cushing.
Yes. So a lot of this is nostalgic, for us to, go down the aisle, and of course, you and I can't do that kind of stuff now unless we know the world's going to end.
No, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Yes, everybody hurts sometime.
And I'm definitely not shiny, happy people.
Oh man, that's me. That's Bob over in the corner,
holding hands.
Yes. I do that at work a lot. Well, I've lost all the young people at work now, so that none of them are the Beatles. Oh, like kinds of Beatles, like a dung beetle. Shut up. So no, you can do that with Elton John songs. I used to do that in a mashup with Billy Joel songs. Tell her about it.
Sure.
Because she's an uptown girl. He's just an angry young man, and So okay, all right. I'm sorry. I digress.
That's okay.
So I did Crunchberry. You did
Lucky Charms.
Frosted Lucky Charms. So I'm at number 9.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's spelled incorrectly.
All right.
And I don't mind if I get the huge bag from Walmart or Sam's or Dollar General.
Yeah.
Or Family Dollar Fruit Loops.
Oh, love Fruit Loops. That's on my list.
Yeah. And how do you spell fruit?
It's incorrect. It may be the Swedish version, F-R-O-O-T.
You are correct, man. But look at us. It's on your list. It's on my list. They got us, didn't they?
Yeah. And I ate that some.
Okay. It's one of those cereals, though, that I could eat the generic and you could fool me.
Oh, without a doubt. Yes. Right. My number 8, my grandmother got. It's an expensive cereal, and it's not a big box at all. But I love it to this day. I can't have it anymore, but I used to eat it every chance I got. Cracklin Oat Bran.
All right. Did it crack, or was there some crackling going on, like Rice Krispies, like Snap Crackle Pop Rice Krispies, or?
It was a Oh, it was a rectangular O-shaped cereal with cinnamon and brown sugar taste. It was fantastic.
Did a song come to your mind when you said O-shaped?
Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish.
Oh, all right. I was thinking, oh, Sheila. Oh.
Ready for the world.
Now, guys, we didn't rehearse this stuff we're doing today. It's kind of rolling pretty good today, and all on cereal. Imagine that.
I used to be a DJ for 12 years.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Ow. Okay, so I'm on number 7.
That was number 8 for me.
Okay, so number 8 for me. Life cereal.
I grew up on Life cereal. When Cinnamon Life came along, it was like excellent. I still eat it to this day. It's because it's diabetic friendly.
Yeah.
And it's got great taste, and it's fantastic.
And Mikey ate it.
Yes, he did.
But it's something that it soaked up the milk, and it was good. You didn't have as much milk when you had Life cereal left over,
right?
As you do some other cereals.
It didn't have the sugar ring.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the rumor about Mikey dying?
With the pop stuff that you put in your mouth?
Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola at the same time. Yes.
Pop Rocks and what at the same time?
Coca-Cola.
I think that's I think it's been urban, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It was an urban legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still alive.
All right, man. So that puts you at
number 7.
Okay.
There was a song called this as well. It's called Fruit Loops. They made a song of that as well. So, but yeah, it basically had all the flavors of a Lifesaver, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and was it Toucan Sam?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've got a cereal bowl with toucans, a Fruit Loops cereal bowl with Toucan Sam on it, and a cereal bowl with Snap, Crackle, and Pop, actually.
Yeah. The cereal that I'm thinking of now that didn't make either one of my list was Cocoa Crisp. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Crisp. Cocoa Crisp, yeah, chocolate. Which
cuckoo
was
for Cocoa Puffs.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. My bad.
Yep.
Which was chocolate covered Kicks.
Right.
Tricks, right. If you enjoyed the big box of 64 Crayola crayons with the sharpener, Cocoa Crisp, Cocoa Puffs, if you like chocolate, and if you're a diabetic or you're an old person, Kicks.
Yuck.
Nasty. All right, man. So that was number 7?
Number 7.
Okay. I get so confused. I should eat some of these cereals that I'm saying old people eat because of my memory. So I have, no matter what flavor it is, Fruity Pebbles.
I like Fruity Pebbles, but the cereal's too small for me.
Best drinking milk after you've ate the cereal.
I agree.
Yeah, best drinking milk. Yes.
Yep.
And I enjoyed watching the Flintstones reruns. when we get back from school.
They're still on, actually.
Yeah.
They're on
MeTV, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What shows did you watch when you got home from school?
Well, I did. Do you want before school and after school? Because I can connect all those two.
Sure. Toss out a couple.
You remember Cowboy Bob?
It's time for Cowboy Bob's Corral. Do.
Cowboy Bob and Janie, they would play.
What was Cowboy Bob's biscuit name? Was it Biscuit? Sourdough.
I think so.
Okay.
Because he had a horse too. I can't remember his horse's name.
We should be slapped for this. Oh man. Okay.
So in the morning with Cowboy Bob, it was always Popeye and the Three Stooges. And I don't know how they worked Janie in there, but they worked Janie in there. And if you were fortunate enough to have cable television when you got home. It was Tom and Jerry, Underdog, the Underdog Hour.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
I'm sorry, Cowboy Bob also had Tom Slick and Super Chicken.
Super Chicken. Gee, Fred, hand me my Super Chicken sauce.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, sweet Polly Purebred.
With Simon Barr's Sinister.
Oh my gosh, and the wolf. Oh, I can't remember what his name. You know, interesting that you say Janie and Cowboy Bob.
Right.
My brother was Janie taught at IPS number 55 for a little while as a music teacher.
Right.
And my brother had her for a music teacher.
Okay. Yeah, I knew she was a teacher and locally for a while.
From the legend is she's kind of a pain in the butt or kind of rude or, you know.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I had some stories about Cowboy Bob too, but oh well.
Yeah, I've heard more about Cowboy Bob though. Good.
Right. And then after, it was usually Tom and Jerry, Underdog, Bugs Bunny, and then Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Wally Gator, King of the Swamp.
Yes.
After school, it was the Lone Ranger, the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
One time, my cousin Julie said, hurry up. We got to get home. We're going to watch Batgirl. I'm like, well, I'll hurry. I will hurry. This is exciting. It's going to be Yvonne Craig, a Batgirl series. I didn't know that. I love Batman. I'm probably 7.
Right.
6. And we get home. It's that girl with Danny Thomas's daughter's name. I can't just goes over.
Right.
Girl instead.
Right. And then in the evening, I was fortunate enough to watch Wonder Woman with Linda Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you remember what you watched on Saturday morning?
What didn't I watch?
Yeah, I watched it all too.
I watched it all. And my favorite was the Looney Tune hour and a half of Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I woke up for the Super Friends.
Jabberjaws.
Yep.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Right.
I have Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Right over here. Huge Scooby-Doo fan. Huge.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of funny. When the series first came out in '69 and they ran those reruns forever, I was scared of the theme song because of the ghost.
Dun, 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 dun. Very good. Where were we?
I loved it with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, yeah. And with Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they had it with Don Knotts.
Yeah.
Don Adams.
Yeah.
The Scooby-Doo movies.
Yep.
But, yeah. Memories. All right, man. What were we on? I said Fruity Pebbles.
My number 6 is Apple Jacks, which is still great to this day.
Apple Jacks. Oh, man. Now that you said that, I forget. Honeycomb's big. Yeah. Not small. No. Honeycomb got a big bite, a big taste, and a big bite.
Big bite, yeah.
And I think I screwed that up, but who cares? Very interesting, man. So my 6 is Captain Crunch, just the plain Captain Crunch.
I have that higher. So
I don't think we're really disagreeing on our favorites. We're
going to disagree on one of them, definitely.
All right. Well, we'll find that out, bro. We'll find that out.
I never had this cereal, but I've tasted it a couple times. It's Trix.
Yeah, Silly Rabbit Tricks are for kids.
That's right.
I had it a couple times too. I wasn't disappointed that I had to have it, but it didn't make my list.
Yeah, I understand that argument.
Yeah. What number was that for you?
5.
Okay, so I'm on 5.
Okay.
Boo Berry.
we're getting pretty close to the same answers here. Yeah.
You know, Count Chocula, Boo Berry. You know, there's one more in there. It's one of my favorites, but
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry. But Boo Berry is in there.
Oh, without a doubt. And I don't know why it's seasonal.
And I like the little ghost. I like the little ghost.
Ghost pepper, huh? No thanks. My number 4 is your favorite, Billy, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You told me about the thing that helps out diabetic was cinnamon. Also, you're a huge cinnamon fan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Cinnamon pills. Yes.
Count Chocula.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
My number 3, you mentioned it before, has a great taste. Boo Berry.
Interesting. My number 3, which is no fun, is Frankenberry. So I got all the berries in there.
Okay.
Count Chocula, Boo Berry.
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but because those cereals are seasonal, people hoard those cereals.
You know, on the Wheatie boxes, if you got a Wheatie box with Larry Bird or Olympic Team or 2 foot 7 inch Mary Lou Retton or anything like that, you needed to slice the bottom and empty the bag and just have the box for display, because you're going to get weevils or you're going to get some kind of bugs by leaving the Wheaties in there for years after years after years after years. Have you ever heard that?
Oh, yeah. Or mice. Who knows?
Pixie and Dixie.
Yeah. I love the Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Baba Louie.
Man.
Baba Louie, yeah.
Hold on there, Baba Louie. I'll do the thinning around here.
Quick Straw McGraw.
But Quick Straw. Most of them always had an idiot partner.
Right.
Baba Louie was the smart partner. Like Boo Boo had common sense.
That was like Hong Kong Phooey. The cat saved his butt all the time.
Gosh, I watched most of those too. And I even sing that song occasionally. Hong Kong Phooey, quicker than the human eye.
Scatchman Crothers, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Shining.
Oh man, that's what it's going to be with Snowpocalypse 21. We're going to be stuck for 6 months.
At least we got Zoom, don't we?
Hallelujah. My number 2, man, I was fortunate enough to eat this a lot. Golden Grams.
Oh man, but I will slap that into an older customer.
Yeah.
I will slap that into a golden customer. My mom loved man, I was getting ready to give my number 2. I loved Golden Grams, and don't have any other cereal in the house. You got Cheerios or you got Golden Grams. I'd eat Golden Grams. That yellow box.
Yep.
The textured waving.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Well, I didn't eat it a lot, but it brings back great memories, and that's Cookie Crisp.
I've never had it.
And there was a wizard.
Right, sure.
Turned into a wolf. A wolf ended up taking over the wizard spot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it wasn't politically correct or what that was, but that was Cookie Crisp. Love cookies. It was just miniature chocolate chip cookies. Of course, they weren't, but you felt like you were having chocolate chip cookies, for breakfast.
Yeah, the nutritional way to start your day.
Yeah.
So here we have it. Our number 1.
What did you have for number 2?
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. Okay.
He's a naval officer. He runs the breakfast seas. He is Captain Crunch.
Yes, he is. And my number 1 is Captain Peanut Butter Crunch. So we kind of got the same number 1 there, but Peanut Butter Crunch is pretty good.
Oh, I love it. It's excellent.
Crunch. Man, Captain Crunch. Oh man.
Yeah.
Great cereals. You still eat? We can't eat Captain Crunch today.
Well, you can occasionally. You just can't have it all the time.
Do you have a cheat day?
The weekends, sure.
Or when the kids leave?
No, they eat all the sugar. I bring sugar into the house for them.
Okay, all right.
Have you heard of the sugar alternative ice creams that are excellent?
Yeah, I've actually had. I can't remember the brand because we're not getting a check for it, but I had. I haven't remembered.
Yeah.
But I had a I had a chocolate vanilla, and I had a peanut butter one. Very good.
I've had two. There are two brands that I eat. It's Halo Top and Rebel.
I think it was. I think it was the second one that you said.
Yeah, Halo Top and Rebel is what I eat. So
have you noticed though on those they sneak in sugar alcohol?
Correct. Yeah, that's the
what the
workaround.
hell, man?
It's apples and oranges.
Yeah. I gotta show my doctor. What is this? What is that?
Yeah, it's the workaround.
It's kind of like if anybody's really looking, and they look to the back there underneath the Hoosier photo. There's a University of Kentucky hat. I don't know why I put that there.
Oops.
Well,
you need to speak with your producer, Billy.
We fired him, remember?
Oh, you need to go find another one.
So what do you think our next list should be, man?
Best television shows. Have we done that?
Best television shows, best one-hit wonders.
Oh yeah, I can do one-hit wonders all day long.
I think we'll chat about it. Hey, guys, put down in the comment section whether you're on the Facebook page of the Billy and Joe Top 10 Show, you're on the Keeping Nostalgia Live show on YouTube. Put down in the comment section what top 10 you want us to do. Put your top 10 in there. Maybe it'll show up and we'll mention you on the program.
And I did want to give you a note. When I would watch the YouTube show playback on my television, and it used to come up. It would come up saved under Keep the Nostalgia. It won't come up under that anymore. You have to be Keeping the Nostalgia Alive is the only way it comes up now.
Okay. So, and I thought that was kind of funny too when you said you were going to give me a note. Let me see.
Give you a note.
Give me a note.
C, a bouncy C, as Martin Short would say.
Well, check out Joe Carney and his show Indy's Local Flavor on iTunes, or you can just Google it and find it on other platforms. Please check out keepingthenostalgialive.podbean.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Keeping the Nostalgia Alive show. And what a great show. Thank you, Joe. And we'll see you guys next week.
I'm hungry, brother. It was a great show.
You're hungry as like you're getting ready to eat dinner?
Close.
Oh man, no. I got you. I'm gonna go downstairs to see if I have any cereal in the cabinet.
You can mail me some Cookie Crisp since I've never had it.
Cookie Crisp. Thanks for tuning in to the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. We will see you guys next week. Thank you, Joe.
Have a good one, guys.